What is going on, good people of YouTube? It is me, Chavez. I am back with another Player Prop Talk live stream here on the channel for Friday, March. Oh my God. Let's try it again. Friday, April 12th, 2024. I'm stuck in March. As always, I hope this content finds you doing well and in good spirits. Hope everybody's doing well this morning. I hope your slips went well. I hope our turd of the day segment is super short, meaning you had maximal profit. We'll talk about all that here in a few minutes. We'll go over injury news in the NBA. We'll go over plays that I like. Honestly, MLB board for me was looking a little dry. I do have a couple of plays that I do like. I'll share those with you as well. And then as always, we'll get into your cues for the Q&A section as we take player prop questions. If you're new to the stream, hit that like button on your way in. If you are new to the stream, new to the channel, new to everything, let me know in the chat. I'll be sure to get to your question ASAP. Boost it up, priority. Just to say thanks for stopping by. Hit that like button on your way in, though. Especially if I answer a question for you, hit the like button. Means a ton. Means a ton to me, means a ton to the channel. Let's get this going. Let's switch screens here and let us move on to the most morbid intro in, I don't know, maybe not, the most morbid intro in YouTube live history as we get right into the topic of death. Over 10% of the US population dies in their sleep every single day. This happens. Always. You are listening to this, you are seeing this, you did not die in your sleep. Hashtag blessed. Do what you want with the day. Make it count, though, for sure. It's a lot of people. There's a lot of people every day who don't wake up. Make your bed in the morning. Make your bed. That shit feels good. It's like a win. Right off the bat, you're winning. Make your bed. It doesn't even have to be good. Just make it. Just make it better. Just make your bed better. I'm telling you, man, that's a nice little boost. Every time you walk by, you see that bed made, you're like, oh yeah, that's nice. Room looks good. Ready to host. Let's move on to some turds of the day. We talk about turds every single morning. Player props, teams, organizations, coaches, assistant coaches, mascots, something that pissed you off yesterday. Throw it in the chat. We'll get it off the chest together. My big turd yesterday, damn, I didn't really have a gripe with anybody. How about all the DNPs we had yesterday? That shit was annoying. We knew Draymond was questionable going into the game, but then he gets scratched. Clay gets scratched. Ayo DeSumo gets scratched. Cade Cunningham finally, I don't know what they're doing with that dude. He hasn't played in over a week, and he's always just like, he's never like doubtful. He's always questionable. The only player in my mind that can get away with that shit is LeBron James. Just be questionable all year. You know what to expect. Cade Cunningham can't even get on the damn court. So I took an assist combo prop with him and Kobe White. I thought that was a good one. But basically all the DNPs crush your slips upside. So no 10x, no 25x, you know? So that's the problem with the DNPs. But I think that's my big gripe yesterday was those DNPs for sure. What's going on, Ruben? Good morning to you. Links, what's up? Yeah, Ruben didn't have any turds yesterday. 4-0, 4-1 yesterday. What's up, JR? Good morning. Flex Friday. Yeah, let's get this bag. Let's get this bag on Flex Friday. I still got my protected play from the Goblins. So I got basically two free plays, you know? So I'm looking to take advantage of those. Links says fat turd was that Rodriguez and Whitlock pitcher strikeout combo. They shit the bed. I took Grayson Rodriguez demon strikeouts in a really risky demon slip with a few other plays. I took the demon point prop for Trey Murphy. That hit. I took the demon point prop for Dante DiVincenzo. He did not hit. Then I took a few demon props for the MLB. He was one of them. I was like, am I looking at these numbers wrong? Boston is just striking out a ton to start the year off. And Grayson Rodriguez has some gas, dude. So I was like, oh, maybe he can get you 8, you know? Nope. He definitely didn't get you 8. Gave up 2 runs in the first inning. Orioles won. No big part to Anthony Santander, who that's a good turd. That's a good turd. Took the under on his fantasy score. Actually, that was not my play. That was Big T's play in the Discord. He put me on the Santander. It looked good for a long time until he hit a home run. So that's kind of a turd. Yeah, Grayson had 5 strikeouts and Whitlock had 4. Yeah. These guys got to get it done in like 16, maybe 17 outs because they're not pitching into the 8th inning. Very few pitchers that get stretched out like that. That's annoying. Oh, Ruben, you were 4-0 yesterday. Nice. Jalen Green. Yeah, Jalen Green. Jabari Smith, 1.5 3-pointers. This dude plays 26 minutes, scores 7 points. Gross, man. When you get outscored by Jeff Green, there's a problem there, dude. I just really don't think the pieces are in place for the Rockets right now. I don't think Ime likes this team as a whole. Like, he did not draft Jabari Smith. He did not draft Jalen Green. I think one of these guys gets moved next season. I really do. I just can't see this same team being here next year. It's just too much opportunity being missed to be top 3 picks. You got 2 top 3 picks in your starting 5, and it takes an injury to Sengun for Jalen Green to get unlocked, and then Jabari Smith has just been kind of flat. He has not played all that great this season. Fucking stay in college for another year if you're not ready. I mean, this whole like coming into the NBA, it takes you 3 years to get. Why does it take you 3 years? Shit. That's why you stay in college for another year, man. Knock the dust off. Anyway, yeah, the Rockets. They Jeff Van Gundy. Fred Van Vliet. I don't know why I was thinking about Jeff Van Gundy. Fred Van Vliet. 9 3-pointers yesterday? Was it? Did he knock down 9? 9 of 13. Did anybody take his threes yesterday? That would have hit like in the first half, I'm sure. Fantastic spot. All right. I'm glad. No big turds. That's good. No big turds. Anybody have any big wins last night? Any triple digit wins? Quadruple digit wins last night? Any big winnings last night? Throw it in the chat. Let us praise you. Let us recognize you for your efforts, for sure. Let's get into some injury news. So we go from death to turds to injury news today. Look at that lengthy ass Q tag list. Look, pay attention to the standings. Take note of all the teams who are locked into their playoff position. Just because they start doesn't mean they play a full run. Just because they're in or probable doesn't mean they even start. Seriously, look at the Celtics yesterday. We saw that coming. They don't give. I mean, they're out there trying not to just get cold. They can't sit their starters. I'm sure there's an NBA rule to that, but also they can't sit their starters and just be ice cold going into the playoffs. These are just like exhibition games for them, trying not to get hurt. They're trying to stay in rhythm, and they got blown out by the Knicks. Doesn't matter. So taking unders on the Celtics, teams like that, try to look for spots where you can leverage the lines. Sometimes these lines are not adjusted for the current situation. But yeah, Luka is questionable. Kyrie is already ruled out. So if Luka sits, Kyrie sits, that Dallas team is completely different. You got Giannis who's ruled out. You got Dame who's doubtful, who will probably be ruled out. But check out the list of Bucks, all right? Middleton is questionable. Portis is questionable. Lopez is questionable. Fire up Pat Connaughton. Fire up Pat Bev. Fire up, I don't even know who's left on the team. But that's who you're looking at today. LeBron James might sit. You think he needs to play against the Grizzlies? Like this game can be handled by D'Lo and Reeves and Rui. I'm sure of that. Just keep your eyes out for all this news. Pay attention to it. But Giannis is a big name. Kyrie's already ruled out. Johnson remains out. Jalen and Keldon. DFS. Brandon Clark. Lamar Stevens. And then doubtful is Lillard and Sam Merrill. Before we get into anything else, let's take a look at the standings right now, courtesy of Google. So we got the Nuggets and Wolves already clinched their playoff position. Got the Clippers and Mavs clinched their division. They're facing each other in the first round. This one, I don't know. Can the Wolves still catch the Nuggets? The worst they can finish is 3, I guess, if somehow they drop down to 3 because the Thunder take it over. But most of the top by 1 through 6, 1 through 5, I should say, is pretty much decided. Meaningful game for the Pelicans here on out. Suns, I mean, they got to play hard. Warriors, Lakers, I mean, Lakers locked in their playing position. The Rockets aren't catching them. I mean, they can jump, but at this point, they're playing each other. These two teams are playing each other. So, like, jump where? You know what I'm saying? Can they jump to 8? So, look for these teams that have meaningful games. Eastern Conference, Celtics have all but clinched. I mean, they shouldn't even roll anybody out there next game. They should just, honestly, play a quarter, sit the starters, let your bench take it over. Knicks still trying to win out. Bulls are trying to win out. Fuck that. Bulls are not taking it easy. They're not taking a foot off the gas. They cannot catch the heat. Doesn't matter. I think they're just trying to stay in rhythm. DeMar DeRozan plays, 40 minutes yesterday in a game that was decided by 20-plus points, 36 minutes for DeMar DeRozan. He didn't have to play that many minutes. I feel like the Bulls are trying to not lose momentum right now because they don't get a break. They're right into the play-in, so they're trying to stay hot. I wouldn't be surprised if we keep seeing DeRozan out there playing 35-plus minutes. There is no resting for the playoffs. They don't have that luxury, so just got to pay attention to some of this stuff. But those are the standings. All right. Injury news. Death. Turds. Standings. Let's get into some good news. 2 offers. I'm going to keep talking about these 2 offers until they're not offered anymore. Special offer from props.cash. You'll get to see props.cash used here in real time in a few minutes when we start breaking player props down. Annual plan been marked down to $149.99. This is exclusive to Discord members only. You cannot find it on Twitter. You cannot find it on the gram. You cannot find it on props.cash website. This is just for me. They made this just for me and my Discord members. So if you're interested in this and saving money on an annual plan, this is your best offer. If you're already on a monthly plan, cancel it. Sign up for this one. Save some money. I think it's a pretty good offer. I really do. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking about it and sharing it with you. Last offer. 10-day pass into the Discord. We are starting to roll in the Discord. It took a few days for things to kind of gel together. Just a lot of new people in the Discord. A lot of new people working together. The providers working together for the first time and trying to, get a feel for the format that I'm asking them and requesting from them. It's been an adjustment, but it's starting to click now. If you're interested in checking this out for 10 days, you don't want to sign up for a month or a year, 10-day pass, $1 a day. That's it. You'll make that up within the first 2 days. I promise that. If you signed up yesterday for a 10-day pass, you made it up and then some. I promise that. So hit me up in the Discord if you want to take advantage of this, and I'll get you set up, get your access. You'll be all set up. Take advantage of some plays. Make a little money today. All right. Speaking of making a little money, let's head over to PrizePicks, the dashboard, and let's pull up some plays that can hopefully make us a little money today. as I stall because my screen is refreshing. There we go. There we go. PrizePicks dashboard is pulled up on the screen. We don't only talk about PrizePicks here, but the reason I pull up the PrizePicks dashboard over any other dashboard is it is the cleanest, it is the easiest to read, it is the easiest to follow for presentation purposes. It offers the most upside for me. But if you got a PrizePick play, underdog, sleeper, wherever you're playing, throw it in the chat. We'll use props.cash to break everything down. And then hopefully by the end of this stream, you'll have a greater insight into a few plays. You can add them into your slips, or maybe you're like, oh, I don't want to play that shit anymore. Hopefully it helps you out. What's going on, Big T? Ali, what is up, man? Good morning to you. Ryan, good morning. Did I say good morning to you, Ryan? I saw you talked about Jalen Green. I don't know if I wish you a good morning, but good morning. All right. I'll kick it off here. Let's talk about one play that I was on earlier this morning and damn near just got bumped as soon as I was listing it in the Discord, but it's still playable on HOTSTREAK and I believe Underdog, but Yoshinobu Yamamoto. That's a fun name to say. Yoshinobu Yamamoto. 4.5 strikeouts was his line. It got bumped to 5. Played on HOTSTREAK, played on Underdog. That's why it's important to have multiple pick'em sites. Sleeper has it too. Yeah, this was one I was looking at. We'll talk about that because I think it's still in play at 5, but we'll look at it when it was at 4.5, and I'll show you why I liked it at 4.5. Max Muncy. So Max Muncy total base prop got pulled from the board, so it's still playable on HOTSTREAK, Sleeper, and Underdog. So I can't even pull up Max Muncy on the board unless I pull up one of his other props. But his total base prop was at 0.5. That one was in a good spot. I hope this one's still on the board. It is. It's literally is right in my face, and there you go. Bryce Harper over fantasy points. So fantasy points scare me with Bryce Harper because he draws a lot of walks, and so while he gets on base, they don't count as total bases. While he gets on base, you know, he has to be driven in to score a run. So like, it's very possible for Bryce Harper to have 4 at-bats and get walked 3 times and end up with 6 fantasy points, 7 fantasy points. That's very possible. So what we need from Bryce Harper today in order for him to go over his fantasy score is an actual hit and to score a run or an RBI. That's what's going to get him over the hump. But I want to look at that with you all. Those are a couple plays that I like. In terms of the NBA, these aren't just plays that I like. These are plays that I put on the cheat sheet this morning for premium, and I'm just pulling them off the cheat sheet. They've already been researched, so it's not like I'm just ho-humming it. I like these for reasons. So Yamamoto, Harper. We talked about how LeBron James is questionable and how he really doesn't need to play this game. Maybe they give him a day off to rest his 39-year-old body. How many times did they tell us how old he was this season? Over under 150 times. Doris Burke, how many times did she tell us he was 39 years old? So if LeBron is questionable, this is a play from Mookie in the Discord. She put this on the cheat sheet. 13.5 points for Rui. I think this is in a good spot too. We'll take a look at that. Honestly, if LeBron sits, everyone's in a good spot. We know how that works. So those are 3 plays we can take a look at over on props.cash. But let's fill out this board. Let's put 3 more plays on the board. 3 more plays from you all. Throw them in the chat. What do y'all have? Who's on your list today? You ever thought about transitioning over to the EV betting side? That's all I do, man. All the plays I talk about are plus EV. Yeah. Most of them, except for Fantasy Score. Fantasy Score, it's hard for me to find plus EV numbers on Fantasy Score because they're so subjective based off the resource you're looking at. If you're creating your own projections, everybody has their method. So Fantasy Scores tend not to be plus EV from what I've seen. And even if you find, a couple Fantasy Score projections, you don't have as many data points. So like Pinnacle doesn't give Fantasy Score projections. BetMGM, it's usually DraftKings and FanDuel because they offer the daily fantasy props or just like daily fantasy sports. Those will be like the places you find the Fantasy Score projections. But other than that, yeah, every play that I research, I start with plus EV. I build my research from plus EV, and then I try to expand, get a little risky sometimes, but for the most part, all the plays are projected to do very well. I purposely don't pick plays that chalk. Nobody sets out to pick plays that this one's definitely going to chalk. I'm going to put it on my list. It does happen like that sometimes. Plus EV is not guaranteed, but it is, in my opinion, one of the better formats to use to find top value. What's going on, Shy? Good morning. All right. So we got 3 plays on the board. We got Chet over rebounds, lower minutes last game, so kind of rested. He got hurt, right? What happened to him? Did he get hurt, or they just decided not to play him in the second half? Played like a handful of minutes in the third quarter, picked up a third foul, right? And then I heard he got hurt, but I don't know. I didn't see any injury update on him, so I assumed that it was just minor. They pulled his rebound prop off PrizePicks. This is a great example. PrizePicks, if you're only playing on PrizePicks, stop it. Play somewhere else on top of PrizePicks. Great example of, it's like, oh, well, his rebounds aren't on the board. I guess I have to play his 10 and a half rebounds and assists, or you can just go find it on another pick'em site and play it there. We're going to look at his rebounds and assists just so we can look at his rebounds on props.cash. And maybe his rebounds and assists do look good. We'll find out. But this is kind of like what ends up happening is you don't find the play that you want, so you feel forced to pick something else. And that shouldn't be the case. Go look for your prop on another site. Sleeper has all the plays, man. Sleeper has all the plays. HOTSTREAK has all the plays except Fantasy Score. You do have to work a little harder on HOTSTREAK to build out a good pay slip. I mean, if you take 7 player props that are 1.3x payout, you're gonna get nothing back in return, right? So you do got to hunt. Sleeper's a little easier to find that value. Their payouts are a little bit better. In terms of parlay, I mean, on pick'em sites, PrizePicks does offer the highest, the best payouts. The other side to that is they control the lines. They don't let you alt the lines. They don't let you pick unders on demons. You know what I'm saying? So they control everything. So you like the higher payouts on PrizePicks, you do have to deal with their shit. What's going on, Big Icy? Good morning. Sheesh. Yeah, Sleeper's got it, and Levert's assists aren't on PrizePicks either. I'm telling y'all, you either got to get up really early to find these. They're on the board really early. I mean early, not like early for you. I mean early, like early for the world. Like you got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to look at these plays. No joke. And even then, they might not even be on the board. So Michael Porter Jr. over 3s. I didn't even see that one. T, let's pull it up. I was telling everybody about the Santander fantasy play. He was kind of a turd yesterday, and how that looked so good for, I don't even know when he hit his home run. I know I just kept checking the box score and he was like at 0 fantasy point. I think he was like 0 for 2 at one point, maybe even 0 for 3. And I was like, oh man. Yeah, that one's looking good. When did he hit a home run? He hit a home run in the top of the 8th. Yeah, so he was like 0 for he was 0 for 3 going into the 8th and hits a home run. That bitch. What's going on, True? Good morning. Josh Giddey, triple double for Josh Giddey. Really? All right. Hartenstein, double. Westbrook, triple, and Olson, RBI. I know those double, triple props aren't on PrizePicks, but let's see if Olson has an RBI prop that we can pull up. He does, and it is a demon play. So let's take a look at this. We got 6 plays on the board. We got a nice little mix of baseball and NBA. We got Yamamoto strikeout prop, Harper fantasy score. We got Matt Olson, RBI demon. And then we're going to take a look at Rui points, Holmgren, rebounds and assists, but we're really looking at his rebounds today, 8.5. And then MPJ over his threes. What's up, Steven? Good morning. All right. Let's head on over to props.cash and break down. This is our first round of player props. If you're new to the stream, hit the like button. Drop a comment in the chat. If you're new, let me know, and we'll get to your question. We'll get to your player prop question ASAP. But if you're new to the stream, we go typically 2 rounds. Definitely always go 2 rounds of player props. So that's a minimum of 12 player prop. Just depends. Upwards of 4 player prop rounds. That's roughly 24. We look up multiple player props for a few players. So at the end of the stream, there are certain streams where we look at over 30 player props in one stream. Today we're looking to go 2, definitely, maybe 3 if we can get that in there. I don't want to go 2-hour stream today. All right. Let's kick things off in Philly, Pittsburgh, Philly. So look, this matchup with Bailey Falter is not a bad one for Bryce Harper. So that was one thing that stood out to me when I was looking at this morning, was his matchup. BVP is not always the best thing to look at in terms of fantasy score. I think it's great to look at for demons because demons are risky as hell anyway. So you are looking for just something to hold on to. But for a normal player prop, you look at a few different things. Obviously, you look at odds, matchup, you look at the splits, and then BVP is factored into that. So projections for Bryce Harper today, he's projected for 2.45 hits, runs, RBIs. He's projected for a hit. He's projected for a total base. So this means he gets a single, which is 3 points. Looks like he scores an RBI or drives in a run. So that's 2. That's 5. And then if he scores a run, that's 7. And if he draws a walk, that's 9. Like, all these are projecting very well in the green. They're closer to 1 than they are to 0. So 9 is in reach. However, it's very possible for Bryce Harper to draw 2 walks, and not get driven in. So he's just kind of stuck on first or whatever. Pitchers are smart. They're not trying to put him on base, with runners on, so they're not going to risk that. They'll just walk him and get to the next batter. So hopefully Bryce Harper can find a way to get on base a few different times that aren't walks, maybe driving a run. I think that'll get it done for us. But his matchup today with Bailey Falter, in terms of the BVP, this is another thing about BVP. You don't always have BVP to look at, batter versus pitcher. So you look at the split, lefty versus lefty. In 2023, Bryce Harper hit both sides of the plate very well, or both sides of the mound very well. This year to start off, his average versus lefties is greater than his average versus righties. Seeing about the same amount of plate appearances versus lefties versus righties. He has hit a home run against both. A little bit more active versus lefties. Now, Bailey Falter on the other side, lefty matchup for him in 2023 did him bad. Inflated batting average, some power, gave up a few doubles, few singles. This season to start off, 10 batters faced from the left side of the plate, a double and a home run. I'll take a double from Bryce Harper today and a walk and a run. There's your 9 points. Matchup's good. I think the matchup's good. If you don't like the fantasy points for Bryce Harper, try to find something that's not so high. Maybe if you can find a walk prop, I don't know, like a 0.5 walk prop, that could be in play, though the odds don't like this one. Or maybe just total bases. Total bases are very scary for Bryce Harper. Again, if he gets 4 at-bats and he gets walked twice, that means he only has 2 more chances to get on base. So, unfortunately, walks do not count as a total base. Guys like Soto, Trout, Harper, who draw walks, who are patient at the plate, they're just trying to get on base. They don't give a shit about your fantasy score prop. But I'm still going to play this Bryce Harper line today versus Bailey Falter. Yamamoto. All right, so let's take a look at this. At 4.5, this one was looking real good at 4.5. You can still find it 4.5, just not on PrizePicks. Back-to-back starts with 5+ strikeouts. In those games, he gave you 5 innings. At some point, they got to let him stretch out a little bit. You would think at some point he's going to creep into the 6th inning. But for now, 5 innings. So he's basically averaging a strikeout per inning. Now, his matchup against the Padres today, there are some bats in there. Yes, you have to be worried about. Padres, so far this season, not striking out at a ton or at a huge clip. But they are susceptible to the whiff. Kyle Harrison hit him for 5. Ben Brown, Javier Assad. So strikeouts are there. So plate appearances are not hefty versus Yamamoto. So in situations where pitcher is facing a team for the first time or facing batters for the first time, you tend to side with the pitcher. They tend to have that advantage that first go around, at least that first at bat. He's in a good spot. I would love for the Dodgers to get out to an early lead today versus Michael King. Pitchers pitching with the lead are more comfortable, a little bit more confident. As long as he doesn't leave that shit hanging over the middle of the plate, he should be okay. He doesn't get hit up for 5 runs in the first inning, he should be okay. I think 5 strikeouts is in play. If you play it at 5, he needs 6. He needs 6. He can get you 6, but it's easier for him to get 5. Max Muncy total bases. Now, this one is not on PrizePicks. You can find it on Sleeper. You can find it on HOTSTREAK. This one looks real good. -135 on the over here. Odds across the board are really good. Pinnacle likes it. There's absolutely no juice to the under on this one, so you're getting really favorable odds for the over. You can see right here his total base prop is projected for 0.8, which is basically 1. If you can't find his total base prop, you want to play a hit prop because you can't get a total base without a hit. You have to get a hit. So these two are pretty much the same. I would say whichever one gives you the better payout, that's what you would go with. Odds look good. So far this season, he's starting to heat up a little bit. Matchup with Michael King. it's okay. It's a very small sample size. 3 plate appearances, just a double, no RBIs, no home runs. That's okay, because that's all we need is a double. That would be great. Muncy so far in 2024, lefty versus righty matchup for Muncy. So against righties this season, 286 batting average, 40 plate appearances, a homer, and 2 doubles. Michael King versus lefties last year, shut him down in limited plate appearances. This season, to start the year off, I mean, 217 is not a high batting average at all, but he is giving up a few hits. Again, we're not looking for Muncy to go crazy here. We need him to get on base with a hit. Gets on base with a hit, he's gold. Single gets it done. He's in a good spot today. Should see 4 plate appearances. We need him to go 1 for 4. That's it. Go 1 for 4. It's over. Done. Like that one. All right. Let's transition over to the NBA. We got 3 player props to break down in the NBA. Who were they? I know one for sure was Michael Porter Jr. Let's start with him. Michael Porter Jr., Rui Hachimura, and Chet Holmgren. That's who it was. All right, so let's check out Michael Porter Jr. It's 2.5 threes on PrizePicks. All right, he's projected for 2.8 threes. His 3-point prop today, you're getting heavy juice to the under on all 5 of these books. You are getting a little juice to the over. Projections look good though. Let's take a look at his last 10. He's gone over this line in 4 out of 10. That cannot be his only 3-point line. 2.5. It is. Damn. All right, numbers against San Antonio. How many games this year? 3. He's gone over in 2. Out of those 3, he hooked it over. He's basically averaging 3 threes versus San Antonio. 6, 9. 9 divided by 3 games is 3 threes. How many minutes is he playing? When do we start seeing the Nuggets limit their players? I mean, it's not locked up, right? They don't have the top seed locked up. I mean, there's still a chance they can lose it. I would assume they have the tiebreaker over the Wolves. He's still playing over 30 minutes in 3 of these. I mean, that's 30. I mean, 4 out of these 6 games. Excuse me, hold on. That's not what we want to look at. His last 10. Yeah, he's averaging 32 minutes. If Michael Porter Jr. gets you 32 minutes, man, he should definitely see 3. He should definitely see this prop. In 32 minutes, he's also averaging 6 threes. So in order for him to go over this line, he has to be 50% from the field based off his average. Over his last 10 games, he's shooting 41%. It's possible. 75, 60, 50, 50. He's done it. He's just had a lot of games where he's gone under. I'm gonna look at the standings real quick. Yeah, so they're 1 game up on the Wolves. You got how many games left? 2. So they beat the Spurs today. The Wolves have to beat the Hawks. No games on Saturday. Damn, do we even do a live stream tomorrow? No games on Saturday? Y'all still want to do a live stream tomorrow? Let's talk about MLB. On Sunday, the Nuggets play the Grizzlies and the Wolves play the Suns. If the Wolves lose tonight, I guarantee you the Nuggets rest everybody on Sunday against the Grizzlies. Come on, man. Because if the Wolves lose tonight, they can't catch up. They're done. They're locked into the 2 seed. If both win tonight, then I think we see the Nuggets play on Sunday just to make sure they lock that number 1 in, but at least for tonight, it's still up for grabs, I think. So yeah, I mean, we should still see we should still see the Wolves play hard, the Nuggets play hard. And then after tonight, we'll know exactly what to expect in that last game. But so that makes me feel good if you're looking to take the over on Michael Porter Jr. because in the event he was going to get limited or they didn't need to win this game or something like that, you can see his minutes kind of fall. So look, it feels like his minutes should be normal today for his threes. Let's look at Chet Holmgren because we couldn't find his rebound prop on PrizePicks, so we had to pivot to his rebounds and assists. So his rebound prop is 8.5. He's projected for 8.15. His RA is 10.5. He's projected for 10. Now the odds on his RA are under on PointsBet, BetMGM, even on Caesars, and even on DraftKings. So these are pretty much a coin flip depending on where you play. His rebounds alone getting really heavy juice to the under on FanDuel, DraftKings, PointsBet. BetMGM does like it, and Caesars is kind of like right there in the middle. On the year, Holmgren is an 8 rebound per game guy. No Giannis tonight, possibly no Portis, possibly no Lopez. I know that looks good on paper, like, oh shit, Chet Holmgren should eat tonight, but it also could be one of those games where this game just fucking gets out of hand and Chet Holmgren plays 18 minutes. That's also very, very possible. And if he's playing less than 20 minutes, it's harder for him to go and get you 9 boards. Shea is still in the MVP race, right? So I don't think we see Shea take his foot off the gas today. But Holmgren is, what accolade is he chasing? He's not winning Rookie of the Year. Is it most improved player or something like that? You know what I'm saying? So like, what incentive does he have to push it if he's not 100% in the event that the Bucks rest all their starters? Basically, it feels like they're resting 4 of their starters tonight. What about his first half PRA? Honestly, it feels like the only 2 players on the Thunder that you can really feel good about playing are Giddey and Shea. We've even seen a drop off in Jalen Williams past week or so. Dort, I mean, he's never exciting. So look, if the Bucks rest all their players or 3/4, 3/5 of their team today, maybe Chet does take the night off. That's why I say keep your eyes on the injury news. But if you're looking to take the over on his rebounds, it's not grading out well. It's possible this changes, the odds change. It's possible his number changes once we get confirmation in Milwaukee that players are sitting out outside of Giannis. Maybe that does change the outlook here. But as of now, it doesn't look like a prop that you want to pull the over on. He's only gone over this in 3 of his last 10 games. He's only gone over this in 40% of his last 15. So even if you expand out, this is just kind of what he does. He's not a 9-10 rebound per game guy. He can get it, but for the most part, he doesn't even get you 9. All right, let's take a look at Rui Hachimura points. Possible that LeBron sits today. If you feel like LeBron sits today, don't wait for him to sit. Play some Lakers. Put him in your slips. Try to beat the bumps. I know a lot of people will say stuff like, well, I want to see if he's out first. You're too late. You're too late. You are not the first one that hears it. By the time you see it, it's been out for like 10, 15 minutes. The books know it already. You're too late. You're never the first one to hear injury news. I don't care what app you have on your phone. I promise you're not the first ones to see that shit. So if you have a suspicion that LeBron James sits today, 13.5 points for Rui, a little too low. Maybe look at Austin Reeves. Maybe look at D'Angelo Russell. All right, so Rui over his last 15 games has gone over this in 13. He's averaging 17 points. You want to bring it down a little bit to his last 10. He's averaging 18 points, 80%. Oh, you want to bring it down a little bit more? He's averaging 18 points, 4 out of the last 5 games. You want to get specific and look at his numbers against the Grizzlies. These 2 games are from this year. Gave you 20 plus in both games. Projected for 16. That's a lot of 6s. Let's just round it up to 17. 17 points today for Rui. In terms of his odds, FanDuel slightly likes the over. DraftKings likes it more. Caesars likes it more. BetMGM likes it more. PointsBet. So pretty consistent odds outside of FanDuel. This one looks strong. There's very little to dislike about this play. It will be bumped up. If it hasn't, well, it hasn't been bumped up yet. I promise you, if LeBron James sits today, this will get bumped up to 16.5, 17.5. Matt Olson. We forgot about Matt Olson's ass. Old man Olson. All right, let's look at his RBI prop because we can't get a normal RBI prop for him. So it is a demon prop. If you don't want to play his demon prop, then don't. But we are going to look at it because that is all we have to look at on PrizePicks. So Matt Olson, RBI, minus 224 to go over this. This one is getting you pretty bad odds, to be honest. He is projected for 0.5 or 0.45 RBI. So like no RBIs, basically. Matchup with Trevor Rogers. Ooh, Trevor Rogers has had his number in 8 plate appearances. Matt Olson has failed to record a single hit. That's not good. BVP. This is where we can look at BVP. Olson 0 for 8 against Trevor Rogers. Acuna doing a little bit better. Riley, Ozuna, but yeah, Matt Olson 8 plate appearances, 0 hits. Lefty-lefty matchup for Olson today in 2023. Faced 181 lefties, had 10 homers. Obviously, he's seeing the ball better from righties, right? Okay. But in 2024, it's starting to look like 2023. 21 plate appearances, a double and a home run and a triple. 3 hits in 21 plate appearances for Matt Olson versus lefties. Now, how long does Trevor Rogers pitch today? Because Trevor Rogers is projected for about 5 innings based off what we're seeing here. So that means Matt Olson should see him twice in 5 innings. If he goes 0 for 2, depending on the reliever that comes in, he may fare better against that reliever. But against Rogers, Olson is really struggling. So that RBI prop is a demon for a reason. It is super risky. If you want to throw it in there, you might as well throw it in there with a few other Braves and try to stack it up to where it all just correlates. All right. If you ran this 5, this 6 right here, your payout would be a 38x that they all hit, 4x on a 5 out of 6, and then a 0.4x on 4 out of 6. So all right. I don't mind Yamamoto at 5 strikeouts because he needs 5 to get over 4.5, but he also needs 6 to get over 5. So again, find it somewhere else. Don't play it on PrizePicks if you can find it somewhere else. Oh, I'm back. All right. That's a lot of breakdown there. Shit. Okay. 41 viewers on the stream. Thank y'all for being here. Hit the like button on your way in. Means a ton. At the dealership, hold on, what did you say, Steven? At the dealership getting hosed, they found everything wrong with the truck naturally. Oh, you never take it to the dealership. You take it to a friend's dad's garage down the street. Everybody knows that. Been riding the JOCKMKT PRA. Yeah, man. Are crowds still booing him? Get over that shit, man. I have a daughter, god damn it. He ain't dating your daughter. Shit. Leave him alone. Let him play ball. First half or whole game. Yeah. Well, his first half has been, well, the one game a couple games ago, he just kind of fell flat when SGA came back. But this last game, whoo, man, they were like tit for tat, man. They were just going at it. Love that. Mickelson over 2.5 birdies or better. Man, I got golf in my blood. I feel like I should have a better read on golf props, but I don't. Although my Connor under strokes yesterday did go under, so that felt good. You playing this already in a slip, Damien? You already have it? What's up, Drip? I'm here. Good, I'm glad. Brunson assists, Dante threes, Michael points. Drip, is this Divine? Did you change your name? Just the way you have your player props written here, it looks like Divine. Are you related to Divine? You have similar writing styles. Brunson assists, Dante threes. Look, the Knicks are one of the few teams right now that really do have something to play for, and there is no quit in the Knicks. You know that shit. This is officially Jalen Brunson's team. It is not Julius Randle's team. It is not a partnership. It is not a co-boss, co-manager thing. This is Jalen Brunson's team, and then there's everybody else. This is now officially his team, and he knows it. I'm sure this got bumped up from 6.5 to 7. So we'll look at it at 7, but go look at it. Know that you can go look at it at 6.5 somewhere else and play it. If you like it at 7, then go play it at 6.5 because everything still applies. You're just getting it at a lower line. We'll correlate this with Dante's threes. Dante came through yesterday. What's up, Anthony? Alien Rocks. Allah, True Allah says T Young, Trey Young, double. Ooh, Trey Young look good, man. Coming back. They're in the play-in, right? The Hawks? Yep. Why is LeBron glowing? LeBron, what? Like on the, what, on PrizePicks? Oh, shit. I don't know. Can someone look on PrizePicks Twitter page and see if they have some promo or something going on? I'm looking at the date, 4/12/24. Is there any significance with this date? It's not Kobe or I don't know. 4/12/20. Is it Bronny's birthday or some shit? Like, what the fuck? Is it Bryce's birthday? What the fuck's going on, guys? Somebody find out, but throw it in the chat. Now I'm very curious about this glow. Judge over 0.5 homers. Anytime he goes 3+ games without one, I take him. It's inevitable he's going to hit them. I wonder if the books have caught up to this, because we'll definitely see it in the odds. If there's a trend, if there's a noticeable trend, the odds will reflect for sure. You too, Damien. Thanks for stopping by, man. Damien has a job. He can't just sit on live stream like me all day. Damien works super busy hours, so always appreciate his time in the Discord and on the chat. I knew it, Drip. I knew it. I knew that was divine. All right, CJ plus Curry, 3-pointers. Ooh. Yesterday, Fred VanVleet and Keontae George had a 5.0 3-point prop. 5. VanVleet hit it twice by himself. The night before, we took the over on the combo prop with Dame and Shea. We needed one more point to go over. They pushed it at 55 points. You can find some really good combo props here. If you want to dig, you got to dig a little bit though. But there's value in these combo props, no doubt. What's going on, Kill Bills? New subscriber. Thanks for the help. Stephen Quan Demon. Oh, I like the way that sounds. Stephen Quan Demon. 1.5 on PrizePicks. Oh, all right. What are we looking at again? His hits, Demon. I'm assuming it's his hits or singles, Demon. Just put up his hits. Let's put up his hits. That's a better one because that's inclusive. That's inclusive of every hit. This means he only can hit singles. If he fucking goes out there and gets you a home run and a double, he misses his. You know what I'm saying? So why not just take his hits and covers everything? I wonder if the payout is better. So if we threw this in a lineup as is, it's a 39x. If we took this out and played his singles, it is a 50x. Yeah, so there's the difference. If you play a singles Demon, then it's a 11x boost on top of that. So 50x. If you're looking to be more practical, logical, I guess, the hits probably makes more sense, right? All right. Let's do this. We got 6 on the board. Well, we got 5 on the board. The PGA one we're not able to dig into on props.cash. We got Brunson, DiVincenzo. We'll knock those out together. We got McCollum and Curry and Quan. So let's do perfect. And we got Judge and Quan, so they're in the same game. That's what we'll do. We'll head over to props.cash for round number 2. We're already in the MLB tab, so let's head over to Cleveland and New York. And we'll look at first we'll look at the home run prop for Judge. So the books are onto this one. He's got plus 200 odds to go over, minus 275 to go under. Those are pretty strong home run odds. It's very rare that you see 200 and under for home run props, like, because it's such a volatile stat. But this is what we got going on here. So now his projection today for a home run is 0.35. Obviously, he can't hit a third of a home run. So very rarely will you also see a home run projection for 1 or more. You know, it's That's not how that works. So we look at that, we take note, we look at his odds, looking pretty good across the board. Now, for this one, we have to look at BVP. We have to look at splits. Also, if you want to take it a step further, you can look at win factor. You can look at park factor. Like in Cleveland, is it a ballpark that does allow home runs? Is it a ballpark that allows more home runs to power bats from the right side of the play versus left side of the play? You know, where's the short porch? All that shit. All that shit. Or you can just like say, I'm just gonna go with Aaron Judge because he's good. But I do encourage you to dig into these home run props. You'll learn a lot about, you'll just learn more about the game itself, and then think that makes you a better player overall, the more knowledgeable you are. All right. Well, the wind today, blowing east. Kind of want to see that shit blow more out. 5 plate appearances against Carrasco, zero hits. Really, Carrasco's had him like that. Aaron Judge versus righties to start the year off. He is 235 with 2 homers and 42 plate appearances versus lefties, struggling a little bit. Carrasco this year versus righties, he has yet to give up a home run. That's got to change. That's got to change. Carrasco is not the same guy. He used to be 7-8 strikeouts a game. He's lucky to get 4 to 5. This game against the Minnesota Twins, not going to happen every game. At some point, I mean, these aren't even bad numbers. 3 earned runs against the Oakland A's and 1 earned run against the Minnesota Twins. 3 earned runs is not that many. I mean, honestly, the way baseball's played today, you can make that up in one at bat. So it's not a lot of runs. You still qualify for a lot of bonus points on PrizePicks for fantasy points, but at some point, this has to change. He will regress to his mean. This is what he does. This is different. This is going to have, there's some negative regression here, or just regression. And if that's going to happen, and you got Judge on the other side who has plus 200 odds to hit a home run, it's worth the shot. And it's a demon play, so you're getting a bit more money on that one if he goes yard. All right, same game. Let's take a look at Stephen Quan's 1.5. I think we're looking at his 1.5 hits because that is the one that makes the most sense to me. But if you want more, if you're greedy, then you go with a singles demon because that gives you more money for the payout boost. But Stephen Quan has 2 hits to start this year off. I mean, these are all games this season. He's basically giving you 2 hits in almost every game. He's averaging 2, but when he gets a hit, he gets them in bunches. This matchup with Clark Schmidt is a good one for him, as he has 3 singles, which is why his single demon prop is on the board, because people are going to see this and they're going to say, oh shit, he's going to hit me 3 singles today. This is done over 5. He may have gotten this done in one game. Honestly, 5 plate appearances for a leadoff hitter. That's possible. It's possible he had 3 hits in one game. He's not hitting for power. That's not his game, but he does get on base. He is a good hitter. Lefty versus righty matchup for him in 2024 is working out really well. Honestly, he's doing well from both sides, against both sides. But against righties, just more plate appearances, more singles, 2 doubles. I think this is a good one. If you want to take a shot on his demon line, you can go both, either singles or total hits. But just know that it's possible for Stephen Quan to have a double and a home run and fail to get you the single demon line. So if you want to play it a little safer, then you go with the demon hits, because that's inclusive of everything. But that's a pretty good find. That's a pretty good one right there. You can stack this shit up. You can go, hey, going Judge in a with his home run. I'm going Quan with his hits, and I'm a demon stack it up and go for a hefty payout boost. You might want to throw it into a protected play, since we got protected play Friday, and just cover your losses. I don't want to tell you how to spend your money. I'm just throwing suggestions out there. All right, moving on. We got a combo McCollum and Curry, and then we're going to take a look at, let's take a look at Brunson and DiVincenzo. Also, not just the fact that New York still has something to play for, but they're not the kind of team to be up by 20 and like call off the dogs. Like, their starters are out there with 40 seconds left in the game. That's just who they are. At this point, there's no load management for them. There's no like, these guys are playing, but you already know how this goes. We're past that point. And if you're a coach, if you're a Thibodeau coach team, there is no load management for you. You're just playing a shit ton of minutes. So I don't think we have to worry about this game getting out of hand and then the starters being pulled off the floor. Brunson failed to go over assists yesterday, which, you know, is going to happen from time to time. But for the most part, you know, let's look at his last 5 games. You know, he's doing both. He's getting you the points and he's getting you the assists. So he's not picking and choosing. He's just doing them both. But he gets back on track today. Gets you 7 assists versus the Brooklyn Nets. His history against the Nets this year, he does have 3 games played. He's gone over in 2 out of those 3 games with exactly 8. He is projected today for 7.79. That's over 6.5. If you want to play it at 7 on PrizePicks, you can. Go look for it at 6.5 first. Remember, his projection is closer to 8. At 6.5, his odds look really good on DraftKings. Look okay on Caesars. Good on BetMGM and PointsBet. All these places like the over. That's what you need to remember. So you're getting favorable projections, favorable odds, and you're getting really good game logs, and where you don't have to worry about him going for 40 points and then not doing anything else. He's going to do everything. So I think his assists are in play at 6.5. If you have to play him at 7, you can, but look for it at 6.5. DiVincenzo over 3-pointers made. His shit is now like inflated, but for good reason. 3 out of the last 4 games, he's gone you 4 or more against Brooklyn. Now, these 3 games, isn't that cool? 2 games where Brunson goes over assists. DiVincenzo also goes over threes. Let's look at his last 5 games. Don't fall in love with that shit. 8 threes. That's not going to happen every game. In fact, over his last 15 games, like, these are incredibly high outputs. Be happy with 5 or 6. That's a really good game too. It's not going to happen very often. 11, 8. Numbers are good against Brooklyn. Numbers look good over his last 10 games. Last 5 games, we've seen it kind of fall off a little bit. Maybe he's tired. Maybe he's getting tired. I don't know. He's like, I didn't play this much in Golden State last year. What the fuck, man? Odds look good. Odds are good. They're not great. Caesar doesn't know what to do with it, but the other 4 books do like the over. A little juice to the under. think that's good. I'd probably look to if you like his threes, never mind. I was gonna say if you like his threes, maybe look to his points, but I don't really like the odds we're getting right there. PRA? Maybe his PRA's in play. No. DraftKings and PointsBet. Yeah, you're getting better numbers for his PRA. We'll see what happens during the afternoon if these lines move out a little bit. But yeah, for now his threes look good. I think his threes look better than the other two props. All right. I love it when we can get same game combos. Sometimes the combos on PrizePicks are two players from different games and we got to go back and forth. But we got McCollum and we got Curry in the same game. So let's take a look at Curry's threes today. He's projected for 4, so that gets you the hook. We need 10. We need 10 total. 10 from Curry would do it, but we do need 10. I don't care how we do it. As far as CJ McCollum, his line is at 4.63, so that gets you right at 8.6, that 9. So the projection looks like a hook. That's fucking crazy. 9 threes. Over his last 30 games, anytime CJ McCollum has gotten you an output like that, what's the next game look like? He got you 6 here, he got you 5 the next game. He got you 5, got you 4. He got you 6, he got you 4. He got you 6, he got you 5. He got you 7, he got you 5. So it looks like when he has a good game like that, he doesn't fall off completely. So he went for 9 yesterday. I think a minimum of 4 is likely. For Curry is starting to heat up. Okay, Curry was going through a little bit of a slump, right? 3 straight games of 5. If Curry gets you 5 today and McCollum gets you 5, that's gold. That's what you need. 5 and 5. Do you need an off night from Trey Murphy in order for McCollum to go off? No, because McCollum went for 9 threes yesterday and Trey Murphy went for 6. It is possible for that backcourt to both go off. Don't need one to have a bad night for the other one to have a good night. So that's good because I think Trey Murphy's in play too. But that combo looks good. Get out of here. All right. So we like the over on Brunson, 6.5 assists. If you can find it at 6.5, play it there first. 3.5 for Dante DiVincenzo. All right. Riskier home run prop for Judge, but we found a few different things that we like about it to give us the support. Just know home runs, if they were easy to hit, they wouldn't be a demon. Just remember that. McCollum and Curry over threes made. They need 10. I really like this Stephen Quan hits. If you ran this exact slip, you'd have a 39x payout, 4.5x on a 5 out of 6, and 0.4x on a 4 out of 6. So you are getting a nice payout boost for those. All right, let's screenshot these. Boom. I don't think we'll do another round today, but I'll take some one-offs. I'll take some one-offs in the chat real quick. Speaking of real quick. Yesterday Discord had a good day. I would call yesterday like a bankroll builder day because not every day is going to be a $500, $600 day, although those happen. So you do need those days in between where you're just steady, you're sustaining, you're building bankroll, and then boom. It's just like jab, 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 right cross or left cross, depending on what hand you throw with. Yeah, Encore had a really good game, really good day yesterday with all his slips. There's Alien right there. Providing plays. What I love about these slips that the providers are sharing when they win is that these are the same plays that they put in their channel as their plays of the day. So we're playing our own plays, and then we got the slips to prove that we played our own plays and we won money. So if you tail the plays, then you should have profited. So it is just a good feeling to see that transparency. Mookie missed out. Keon Ellis fell a little short, but a few winning slips. There's T. There's Knuckles sharing the wealth, sharing his slips in the Discord. Yesterday was a little bit of an off night for me. I did profit a little bit thanks to this 2-pick that I played with Dante DiVincenzo and Trey Murphy. But my other slips just got ravaged by DNPs. Like Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Ayo Dosunmu. Man, just complete shit show with the DNPs. But I was able to salvage the night with that one slip. And that's sometimes all you can, that's all you have is that one slip. And that's what keeps it from being a losing night and a profitable night. My player write-up. So yesterday, I wrote up DiVincenzo's fantasy points. We got that one yesterday. I thought we'd see a little bit more than, he got you 29 plus fantasy points. I thought we'd get over in the 30s. My projection for him was about 32 with an upside of 38. But a win's a win. These player write-ups have been great for everybody, not just premium, but for freemium too. So if you take these player write-ups and you pair it with a taco or a glizzy or whatever the fuck play you want to, play, you're hitting on a 2-pick pretty much every day. Brandon Miller cashes for us. Brandon Miller cashes for us again. Trey Turner cashes for us. Giddey Micic combo cashes. Franz Wagner chalks it. But PJ Washington, there you go. Scoot. Like all these are posted every day. If you're not a big spender, if you don't play a lot of money every day, you don't have to. Maybe you play 1 or 2 slips a day. If you're throwing these player write-up plays in your slips, then you're taking care of that 1/2. So we're having fun in the Discord. Free to join. Does cost a little bit to get into the premium though, but we are providing a shit ton of value. So hit me up. Let me know. DM. Let me know if you want to know more about it. Sign up for a 10-day pass. Get in it for 10 days. Get your $10 back. At the very minimum, get your $10 back. That's going to happen. All right. Let's see if we got any one-offs over in the chat before we dip out. It's already 10:18. I always think an hour is long enough, and it never is. All right. Evan Mobley points Donovan to, if you're not working for the books, hit the damn like. What's up, Seaver? Good morning, man. Brunson only played 3. Yeah, dude, that was crazy, right, Javi? Good morning. Welcome in. That's crazy. I totally forgot about that. He didn't play the full game. Yeah. I'm always hesitant to play his points because of the damn taco experience, but his points get higher and higher. Like they went from 27.5 to 28.5, 29.5, 30.5. He just keeps hitting it. It better not be a bag of shit on our doorstep, alien. I know I haven't gotten one. I haven't taken a player prop from Seaver. Nurkic over first half PRA. Did anybody play Valanciunas yesterday? Especially after Nance got ruled out. Valanciunas was in... His props are grading out really well before Nance got ruled out, and then once Nance got ruled out, all his plays got bumped, but he still went over. I don't know if he went over all his props, but he damn sure went over a lot of them. KD over 24 points. He's hit every game, even back since the. Oh, okay. He's hit every game versus the Thunder. Evan Mobley points. Donovan Mitchell looks so good. I'm so glad to see that because I played him. Played a lot of his shit the other day. It's like finally this guy is like looking like Donovan Mitchell and not, I don't even know, like what his alter Urkel Donovan Mitchell, fucking Stefan Urkel. That's what we need. We need Stefan Urkel, not fucking Urkel. He's been looking like Urkel since All-Star break. Finally looked good. Just went off. Talked about this, right? Talked about that game being a game for him to possibly get back on track. Like the Cavs need him to be in mid-season form going into the playoffs. That was a perfect game to kind of like unleash the beast. He looked good. Now look where his props are. 20 points. His prop was at 20 points last game. Goodbye. Goodbye. PRA was at 29.5. Goodbye. Assists were at 4.5. Deuce. Let's look at these two real quick. Carrie, what's up, Carrie? Call of Duty Draza plus attach over maps 1 through 3 kills combo. Oh, they got combos on Call of Duty now? Holy shit. All right. No NBA tomorrow. Should we do a live stream tomorrow? Do we have enough sports going on tomorrow to do a live stream without NBA? We'll have to shift our focus to another sport. Literally no games tomorrow. Unless I saw that wrong. Who are we looking at? Nurk. Nurk first half. Okay, I'm blind here. Am I looking at the right game? Oh, because I'm looking at 3-point prop. That's why. Okay, there you go. Nurkic, first half PRA. Let's take a look at this now. Sabonis struggled mightily yesterday. He got it going a little bit, but we didn't see the big output, you know, that we're used to seeing. Does it happen again tonight? Now, Nurkic versus the Sacramento Kings. Three games this year. He's gone over in one. He hooked it in the other one. He went under in one. Went under in two, but hook is pretty close. So he's right there. It's possible he went over first half PRA in that first game. I don't know what his first half PRA line was. It's possible it was like 12.5, which means he got over. So remember, these game logs, the line just fluctuates. The game numbers stay the same. So depending on where that line is that day, you may see a higher hit rate one game. Next game, you see a lower hit rate. So just be mindful of that because it'll really paint a different picture for you and give you the false impression that a player is performing terribly against the team when in reality they're doing great. So much, in fact, that their line keeps moving up. So just keep that shit in mind. Last 5 games for Nurk. Let's look at his last 10. He's gone over this in 5 out of 10. His last 5 games, he's gone over this in 3 out of 5. Like he's going up and down, up and down. I would assume this is a matchup they need him on the court. I don't know if they want to rest. I don't even think they're in a position to rest players right now. They need to win out. But I can't think of a reason why they would limit his minutes today I don't know if the Kings even run small. Like, would that take him off the court? Like a Zubac situation? I don't think so. I mean, their small lineup is Sabonis. He's not the biggest. He's not the biggest five out there, you know? So first half PRA, he's projected for 26. Excuse me. He's projected for 27.9. His line is 26.5. So a couple things you can do here. So 26.5 divided by 2, that's 13.25. That's what he needs minimum to go over. The books or the projections like the over on his PRA, and they have him finishing with 27.9. So divide that by 2, and it gives you 14. That is exactly what you need today from Nurkic to get you the over on his first half PRA. The odds that he goes over full game PRA, minus 120, over on FanDuel. DraftKings likes it, Caesar. So it's positive that we're seeing good projections and odds in favor of the over for his full game, because you would assume that he can't get you full game unless he gets you first half. So that one looks good. All right, Donovan Mitchell. Points. $25.5. So who has it at 26? FanDuel has it. Points bet at 25.5. This is going to get bumped. You see this? Minus 140, minus 125, minus 120. This one's going to get bumped to 26. His game logs look terrible. We just talked about how he was looking like Stephen Urkel. And in this game, he looked like Stefan Urkel. Yeah, so, I mean, it doesn't really help us to look at these game logs because we know how bad he was going into this game. But if we see a similar performance from him, he crushes this line. I don't think Cleveland wants to take their foot off the gas. I think they still try to get Donovan Mitchell going and keep him going into the playoffs. He's missed so much time. They need him to be in mid-season form. So maybe we see another game like this. And his numbers against Indiana have been really good over the last 2 seasons. But this year he has one game he went for 38. His lowest output was 19. If he goes out there and gets you something similar to 28, obviously that's more. You don't even need a 40-point game from him. You just need 26. If you really like this one, play it right now at 25.5 because it will get bumped up to 26. It will. I thought it just got bumped up. I was like, see, told you. Nurkic just got bumped up. Man, we did such a good job of breaking that shit down. Oh, Nurkic got bumped up. I think you can still play it at 14. He does need 15 now. But oh, look at that. What happened? That was fast. He got bumped to 14, then to 13, and so many people were like, take the under on it. That's cool. Better take it now if you want it at 13.5. You just saw it's moving. That's funny. Carrie says there's great value MMA tomorrow. Luka Embiid going for that scoring. Oh, shoot. Embiid is still in contention for scoring title. He didn't miss too many games. If Luka doesn't win MVP, I mean, I'm sure he wants to walk away with some. I'm sure he'd rather walk away with a chip. But if he doesn't, MVP, scoring title, there's got to be something with his name on it this season. Yeah, so Mitchell over points. That looks good. This one, you could actually just run these two. These two, we like them. We just broke them down. We like the way they both projected. So you can literally just run these two in a 2-pick and feel pretty good about that one. Hell yeah. All right, so I have my goblin free entry, and then I have my protected player right here. So I gotta build some slips out today. I'll share these over in the Discord. I share typically 3 to 5 slips in premium, and then I'll share a couple for everybody to see. And then I share my picks in the free cheat sheet, and then I do the free player write-up every day. So between the write-up, between the free picks, between the slips, you do have a good amount of player props that you can just tail outright or pick and choose what you want and build your own slips. But you have so much content that you can build off of. You should be profiting, unless you're just playing recklessly and stupid. Unless you're just playing money you don't have to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're playing smart and keeping your bankroll managed, you definitely should be profiting every day. But check it out. Link is in the stream description. Whoo! Marco Bellinelli, 14 points over. Is that was that soccer? No, 14 points. What is that? T, what sport is that? It's not soccer. Nope. Oh, is that Europe? Wait, you said Europe. Oh, Euroballs are. Oh shit, man. Oh, Bellinelli. He was on the Spurs for a while. They do a great job of grabbing all these like 40-year-old rookies from Spain and shit. Nah, he's not 40. He's probably like 30. But he looked old as fuck when he was in the league. He looked like a goat. All right. Got it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I guess we'll be back tomorrow with a live stream, an NBA-less Saturday. Should be awkward. But we have NBA, we have MMA, we got Masters. Yeah. We'll piece it together. We'll piece it together tomorrow. We'll talk about whatever we got. We'll talk about movies and shit tomorrow if you want to. We'll talk about whatever we got to talk about in tomorrow's live stream. But this is what we covered today. We covered news, injury news. We covered plays that I like. We covered your Q&A. We covered my 2 offers over in the Discord. Annual plan on props.cash, 10-day pass in the Discord. Sign up for the 10-day pass if you don't want to sign up for the month or the year. You got that. Check out the links in the stream description. If you're looking for another place to play outside of PrizePicks, I have so many links in my description that you can use. You can leverage promo, bonus bets, all that stuff. Take advantage of all that shit in the description of the stream. But also keep your eyes out on injury news. We will get some late minute scratches. We will get some DNPs. If you want to be a step ahead, you got the injury report. You know what that looks like. Build some slips out with some players that will benefit from other players sitting out. Do not wait for them to be ruled out. You're too late. Just jump on it. Create a slip, $5 slip. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, you took a shot. You're proactive. That's what winners do. Winners are proactive. Ladies and gentlemen, if you made it this far, I appreciate you sticking around. Consider subbing up to the channel. Hit the like button on your way out if you didn't get a chance to hit it on your way in. definitely hit that notification bell. Make sure you don't miss out on future streams like the one tomorrow, 9 a.m. No stream on Sunday. No stream on Monday. I'll be back Tuesday with a stream, but we got tomorrow. So we'll talk sports tomorrow on the stream. Again, pay attention to the injury news and make sure you don't step on any landmines today. It's hard this time of year. It's super hard, but we'll do our best to profit. Hopefully tomorrow we have maximum profit to talk about, minimal turds to talk about on the stream. As I always say, I hope all of your player props respect the damn coin. I wish you all the best of luck, and I will see each and every one of y'all tomorrow at 9 a.m. And until that live stream, Chavez is out.